Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Cobra493, also known as Just47 on Twitch, and you guys wanted this 5K comment video of me reading your comments and answering your questions, and I'm just gonna... I had all kinds of ideas for this, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna throw it out there for everybody. Go with the flow. No super duper Gucci editing, it's just whatever. Here you go. Have I ever done a clean house mission when I was in the Marines? You're referring to have I done CQB or mount? Yeah. Have I ever done the things in that particular mission? No. Not like that. That's a... Yeah. Bro, you ain't no real Marine. You know what? I guess those 8 years of my life, I just dreamed the whole motherfucking thing. Yeah. You know what? I'm like Neo from the fucking Matrix, man. I took the wrong fucking pill, I guess. Fuck. Thanks for telling me. I would have never fucking figured it out. You don't tap, you squeeze, in reference to when you're in a stack. See, this is where a lot of you fucking idiots, you watch too many YouTube tactical videos, or you have no actual real life experience on this. You use whatever your unit designates. I was in some units where you literally use the knee to bang the leg of the person in front of you. Now, obviously, we changed that up because, you know, I could send mixed communications. It doesn't fucking matter. As long as the information is conveyed. If I slap you, if I punch you in the back of the head, if I tap you, if I squeeze, if I elbow drop your fucking whatever the signal is to say I'm ready, let's go. It doesn't fucking matter. It does not matter. There is more than one way to do something. There's no just one way to doing anything. Stop being a fucking tard. Apparently, this is going to be heavy Call of Duty comment day. I do love how he just sweeps his buddies in price. When in the history of fucking Call of Duty was there ever a button like ground branch using the scroll wheel or something of that nature for me to not flag my buddies when I'm trying to orient in a direction? I have never fucking seen or heard of a key that allows me to do that. I think this one takes the cake. Unless the Marine Corps develops some sort of new MOS, I've never heard of this shit. As a QRF Marine, you lost me right there. And he goes on to say some shit about the tactics, techniques, and procedures I used. QRF Marine. Quick Reaction Force Marine. You're a fucking fake. There is no MOS called QRF Marine. You're an idiot. Stop playing Marine on the internet. Now this particular section I'm going to call the Jay Sullivan Special because these aren't necessarily comments, these are questions that were asked on my community tab just for you guys. I think I kind of got the gist of most of the comments out of the way, so we're going to go with this. He actually has some legit questions. So here we go. If you could spawn any weapon and a large amount of ammo for it, what would you choose? Probably an HNK 416 because I like piston operated weapon systems and I'm familiar with the weapon system. And there you go. Off the top of my head, I'm going to rapid fire these because he has a lot of them. If you could smoke a cigar and drink some whiskey with any person, whether or not they smoke or drink, dead or alive, who would it be? Chesty Puller. Are there any time periods or historical events which you would particularly love to witness or experience? One would be the Crusades, definitely. The other parts would be maybe the samurai period in Japan. Another one would probably be maybe I would actually like to see the Battle of Thermopylae. There you go. I would love to see that part. Which vehicle would you be most interested in using for a week? Ooh. Vehicle? I don't know. I'll just say Ferrari, just for shits. What are your top 3 bucket list items? Sex while doing free fall. Sex in a zero-G environment. Sex in a car crash. Boom. What superpower would you choose to possess, and what do you want to do with it? Teleportation. Teleportation. The ability to instantly travel anywhere in a blink of an eye. Do you have any idea how much fun I would have with that, and how much stuff I would be able to get done, and how easier it would be for me to accomplish things doing that, man? Like, I could go do whatever and then come home to my family, as opposed to being like hundreds of miles away, you know, doing other stuff. So, boom. How much money would you demand in order for you to chop off your own pinky fingers without anesthesia? Both my pinkies? Both of them. Both my pinkies? We're talking in the million range, at least. At least. Both my pinkies? I mean, you're talking two pinkies. We're talking, you know, we might be pushing. I'm gonna try to push for more than that. I'm gonna push for the tens of millions or the hundreds of millions. Hundreds of millions. Let's do hundreds of millions. What is the scariest moment you've ever experienced or have heard of? If that's easier, better. We're going to go ahead and use a non-military related scary moment. Let's talk about a semi-truck jackknifing after already colliding with a vehicle in front of me and turning that vehicle into a tin can smashed piece of ass and shit. And then jackknifing in front of me off into the cornfield. That was definitely a scary moment. Along with having to assess and triage afterwards. So, yeah. Let's see. If you could choose one game to receive $1 million of funding, which would it be? Round Branch, hands down. I love the devs. I love how supportive they've been of me, and they are dedicated to their craft, and they're trying to bring back the old school tactical genre, and I love that shit. I love that shit. I would give it to Blackfoot Studios in a heartbeat. I would love to say, you know, Weasel working on Zero Day with the guys at Puny Human, but I haven't got to go hands-on with it yet, Weasel. Sorry. Is there anyone with whom you'd like to go target shooting or hunting? There's actually quite a few people. A lot of them subscribers, you know, that I actually have plans on doing that with, who I've met through this great community. You know, Travis Haley's always one, but I think Pat Mack would be fun. That dude motivates the shit out of me. I think he would be a dude that not only we want to go shooting with, but you want to hang out with, and he's just always upbeat, and positive, and always energetic. And he's real. Like I like that caliber in a you know, a way someone presents themselves. Like they're cool to hang out with regardless of what you're doing, and they can teach you a lot too. Which is the weakest branch in the military? You know what? I'm not gonna get into all that, man. I mean, I would hate for, you know, people to shut down their jacuzzis or the teddy bears issued in Air Force boot camp to be all up in arms about, you know, that, and for, you know, the hotel accommodations and the hazard pay that they receive. So I'm not gonna sit there and name names, and we'll just go from there. Should civilians be required to own land or have served the military before they are allowed to vote for a president of the United States? I'm gonna go ahead and say no, because that's the point of this country is the freedom that you possess, and one of the great things about that is as a citizen you have that freedom regardless of what you own or what you've done. So I would hate for that to be. I don't necessarily want that infringed upon. What is your favorite movie? Jesus Christ. In which genre? At least you feel free to list one per genre. Event Horizon. The Conjuring. Full Metal Jacket, I could quote left and right. Major Pain. Man, I do a lot of comedies to horror films, don't I? Yeah, we'll go with those for now. If you could improve one skill for everyone on the planet, including yourself, which skill would it be? Communication. The amount of times that I've had my stuff that I've said miscommunicated or taken the wrong way or having somebody else's shit taken the wrong way, like, y'all learn to communicate, that skill is going to carry you very far into life. Let me tell you, you know how to communicate well and effectively, there's no telling what the hell you could do just by being able to communicate well. If you could know the... Holy fucking storm, Batman. If you could know the answer to any single question but never be able to tell anyone of it, which question would you choose? What really happened to Epstein? Disregarding any prerequisites, what would your dream job be? Movie director. I would love to be a movie director. I would love to make my own movie or TV series. That is a goal of mine. Reaching for that. Is there an enjoyment of yours which would surprise most people who somewhat know you to learn? Probably. Let's talk about that. I'm a huge nerd. Might not seem that way. Maybe it does seem that way to some of you. You all look and you see this military dude, but I like tabletop games. I have like 3 or 4 tabletop books. I've played AD&D 2nd edition since I was in junior high, and I moved up from there and into 3 and 3.5 and Pathfinder and all that shit. Like, tabletop nerd. I played Magic the Gathering, all that shit. So there you go. On top of that, I'm also I was an anime nerd growing up too. So, but I grew up with like a lot more of the darker shit, like Ghost in the Shell or like Blood Rain, Curse of Yoma or Ninja Scroll or shit of that nature. So, been out of the loop with that, but it's still kind of part of what I like and who I am. So, there you go. How many licks does it take to get the center of the Tootsie Pop? Well, why don't you ask her? Her name's Tootsie Pop. She'll tell you. Ford or GMC? I grew up in a Ford household, but honestly, kind of partial to GMC. 9mm versus 40 Smith & Wesson versus 45. What is the one you can shoot the most effectively with? It does not matter. Because at the end of the day, if you're referring to application on a human body in a self-defense application, then shot placement's going to matter. So whatever one you like shooting, I like them all. I mean, we're not going to get into the specifics of what of mission specific stuff, because then you're going to get into, well, based upon the mission skill set you're doing, maybe one might trump the other or whatever. If we're talking about just basic civilian consumption, whatever one you like the best, it doesn't matter. They'll all work.